From the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us, so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us, so we may know all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action, so we may do what must be done. From the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest, so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Ayum Hunab Gu Eva Maya E Ma Ho. Ayum Hunab Gu Eva Maya E Ma Ho. Ayum Hunab Gu Eva Maya E Ma Ho. All hail the harmony of mind and nature.
And so it is, and so it is. Welcome to Soul Purpose Healing. I'm Beata, your host. These are some wonderful, interesting times to help us grow and to evolve into the true spiritual soul beings that we were created to be on planet Earth. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me. That was a beautiful prayer done by my sister, Lisa. It is the 7 galactic prayer from Jose Arguelles, one of our ancestors who developed synchronistic harmonies with calendars and much, much more. So thank you for that message that we are here to end all wars. Soul Purpose Healing is all about ending all wars in here first, because there's a lot of war going on in here. People are so confused about what their soul purpose is on this earth. So that's why I'm here every Sunday to help us remember what our soul purpose is. And our topic tonight has to do with remembering why we're here. Because as I see that there's too much hate being broadcast from especially YouTube, I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I like to listen to YouTube videos because when I see how many people are listening, like there's 10,000 here, 10,000 there, that tells me that's being broadcast to quite a number of people throughout the world, even because people comment from all over the world. So tonight, we're going to broadcast truth, loving kindness, wisdom, and more about the things that I'm hearing too much of on the other side. The hate, the judgment. Oh my goodness. Why do we worship, love, appreciate, and or judge our entertainers so strongly? I think it's because we are ignorant, ignoring the facts. So we're going to bring some facts to you tonight. But first, let me welcome my village.
The cook could put it in hot. انها كبوس اني سؤورة كرونا كوكرا كروس كودو انها لا كوكابورا انها لا كوكابوج ان.
So come on in, come on in. You're welcome. The Tiny House Village is open tonight for broadcasting truth, loving kindness, and wisdom, which is out of balance right now a little bit, but we're going to get it back in balance tonight. Because as I said in my flyer this day about why, oh why, and thank you, Imak, for that beautiful music. And he can be found on YouTube, more music. Why do we worship, love, appreciate, and judge the hell out of entertainers so strongly? And that's what I was seeing like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning because I thought about all the entertainers that I enjoy listening to their music. I listened to Ye's music, Donde. After his mom passed, he made some beautiful music that I love. It's on my playlist. I don't listen to Beyonce, but a lot of people do in the hive. So I include her in this conversation about worshiping so strongly. And how we can appreciate people like Rihanna. I listen to some of her music. She's not in my playlist. And then the other woman, I don't listen to her at all. But my family does. So when we listen to certain music all day, it's either our family's listening to it, it influences us, right? For good or bad, or for not for improvement, our health, our mental state, our emotions, right? And so lately, a lot of people, and me included, have been listening to more Michael Jackson. There is a reggae Michael Jackson and on YouTube, and I listened to like 2 or 3 of them. They don't use the words, but they use the beat, like for Beat It and Thriller and all of Michael Jackson's songs they have taken and put these amazing, beautiful words to the beats. That's how much people are just are worshiping, you might say, loving, appreciating Michael Jackson, the GOAT. So the PSYOP education continues because we are seeing with this new charge against the estate of Michael Jackson, a kind of a psychological operation here. Because it's meant to divide us and start judging again. Like we've done over the past 30 years on this man's life. And so I'm one to search for truth. I got to have the truth because that 60-minute video, that 60-minute documentary, whatever show about this Italian family who claims the worst possible. And I saw one sister analyze it and she was totally convinced it was true. And I'm like, really? Do you know what photoshopping looks like? AI and photoshopping can create anything in the world to convince you of a story or a narrative, right? So what we have to do here at Soul Purpose Healing is go to the numbers to get truth. And we have to go to professionals who read energy, because otherwise you got Photoshop and AI and all the other PSYOP operations, internet in general, that can convince you of anything they want to convince you. Why? Mainly to divide. A lot of noise in nature tonight. So we want to come out of the division tonight and more unity about why Michael Jackson's music is so influential all over the world right now. It's like people making videos in Africa, Australia, everywhere. Why? Because he brought love and healing to the planet, and it's come back because of this new biop. So let me show you a numerical evaluation of the soul of Michael Jackson so that we can begin to dismantle the lies and the attempts to divide and destroy the image of someone that we love and appreciate, okay? And then you can judge for yourself. But I found, as I was searching on YouTube last night, just listening to people's impression of this 60-minute craziness. I mean, it was just shocking. And some people fell for it right away. Oh my goodness, he's a P, he's a P, he's a that, he's a that. Look at that. And it's like, I'm not convinced. So let's look at the numbers tonight and listen to Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory, for those of you who don't know, was an amazing teacher of wisdom and taught of diet and preacher, teacher. He had so much wisdom in him. And this video that I'm going to share with you tonight, he gets a little rough on the language, but he's always just so passionate about truth. Truth. That's what he gives us, truth. So first I want to show you a clip about someone who evaluated Michael Jackson's soul based on numerology, and they reveal some of the truth that the ignorant people are missing when they say, oh, this is so true. And these people who made this 60-minute interview have a long history of corruption and fraud. Did you look into that? The corruption and fraud that this family has been perpetrating and working in for the last 20 years or so on Michael Jackson? No, where they come out with this great scripted 60-minute interview and people are falling for it. So let's go back to numbers. Should we go to get the truth so we can bring unity on this subject and not be psyoped again, psychologically operated on the brain, because this is a work. We're being manipulated again, just like they did back in the day when they tried to crucify our brother Michael. They're doing the same thing. Conveniently, as this very, very successful biop comes out, and so many conveniences, they ran out of money that they were given for their claims, and now they come back looking for more money. It's so obvious. But I found these really good videos to broadcast more truth on this subject and more harmony on this subject so that we can all continue to do what we're doing, and that is to bring peace to the world and stop this war within and war on topics that really we don't have to debate on anymore. So let's take a look at this numerology analysis that can help us understand the man better from a spiritual and cosmic point of view. Okay, can we do that? And then it's a 24-minute video, but I'm going to skip, after her introduction, I'm going to skip to a point where she actually goes into whether this man is guilty or not.
His numerology chart today, and we're going to take a look at the numbers, and we're going to talk about why he was so mysterious, why things happened the way they did, and did he commit crimes against children? The numbers reveal a lot, okay? And I'm going to give you my honest opinion about if I think he committed crimes against children based on these numbers, okay? And my opinion is going to be surprising to some of you and controversial. But after looking at these numbers, I have to be honest with you, okay? So make sure to watch the whole video for that. Numerology is the blueprint for what your soul planned out before you were born. It charts all of your shortcomings, all of your strengths. It lays out the challenges you will go through as well as the high points you will have in your life.
And I might add, numerology is the language of the universe. The whole planet is operating on numbers, phone numbers, algorithms. So it's important that we look at the frequency of Michael Jackson to come to an understanding, overstanding of what his soul represented. Let's get out of the third dimensional thinking and perspective. She's going to give us more of a soul presentation so that these people who come at us with these psyops and these poorly scripted videos that put together AI and Photoshops, we can put them to bed and destroy them with truth and the numbers of the universe.
All of that is revealed in the numbers, okay? And so we're going to talk about why exactly Michael Jackson was the way he was, and if he committed crimes against children. Numerology reveals all of that today in this video. Okay, so we have the chart here of Michael Jackson, and he needs no introduction. Everybody knows who he is. And this is actually not his full chart. Okay, there's actually a lot more numbers than this in a chart. But when I make these videos, I remove a lot of numbers to make them smaller for the videos.
Now, I'm just going to let you take a look at that chart. Look at all the numbers she comes up with. I love these people who do this. I don't do this. Our brother Eddie Harris is very good at this. He's the one who comes in and gives us the higher perspective. But she's specifically zoomed in on this soul numbers, and that's where we get truth. We cannot depend on 60-minute videos for truth, because there's too much artificial intelligence and photoshopping and scripted people who are greedy for money. So that's where I'm here to present some truth, because the lies are flying all over the place and people are believing them. And I'm saying, oh, here we go. We need more unity. We need more perspective. So I'm going to skip over to a point where she really gets into whether he's the villain or the victim. But as you can see, she has broken down all these numbers, his years of his life. And if you want to look at more of this, I'll put her name in the chat for you to check the whole thing out. But let me skip over to a point where she gets into more of the facts about his innocence or guilt.
They are very high vibe compared to like most people. Okay. And this is a type of energy in which the masses just would not understand somebody with this kind of frequency. In a few hundred years from now, he would have fit in perfectly, right? When the world becomes more evolved, he would have fit in perfectly. But incarnating into this day and age with this angelic frequency, people are not going to understand somebody like this. And they're going to misinterpret somebody this high vibe and see them as being crazy or, doing things that they didn't actually do, right? These earth angels can be very loving and they can be very innocent and they can be ripped.
So she's labeling him as an earth angel. He's no normal human being. He's not your typical male person. She's calling him an earth angel because of what? All the numbers she has analyzed up to this point.
Apart by the cruel world that we live in, where the world that we are currently in is a very low vibrational place. Okay, the frequency of the planet is rising, but this is a very low vibrational place where wars happen and there's greed and power struggles and everything. And these people will be ripped apart in a world like this. So honestly, this is somebody who is the least likely to commit crimes against a child. Okay. 6 is the number of the parent. It is a parental energy and it is the most responsible when it comes to children. It is the least likely out of all the numbers to commit crimes against children. Okay. And he's got a lot of the 6 energy in his chart. He has the earth angel energy in his chart. So I would say based on these numbers, he is innocent and he is not guilty of the crimes that some people are accusing him of doing. Okay. And notice how every single person that has brought forth a charge against him has a motive. Okay. Every single person has a motive and has tried to get money out of it. Wouldn't you think that if one of those people was actually telling the truth, that just one of them wouldn't be trying to get money out of him? They would just want to tell their story and not have an ulterior motive attached to it. Okay, so that speaks volumes when you look at the people that are actually accusing him. Okay, those people, a lot of their stories keep changing. There's all kinds of flaws in their stories where things don't add up. So their credibility is questionable. The stories keep changing and they all have ulterior motives. So I would say that, this is a person who basically is misjudged by the world because he had the type of frequency that just is out of place in this current world that we're living in. And somebody that was taken advantage of by people that he tried to help. Okay, the 6s, these are helpers. They want to help. And 6s are extremely generous. They're givers. Okay, and often people will take advantage of their generosity. That's common with them. But this is a humanitarian number. Okay, The other big humanitarian number is the 9s. 6s and 9s tend to be big humanitarians. What's interesting is that Prince was a number 9, and he was a big humanitarian, right? But he was a more edgy version of Michael Jackson, right? And 9s tend to be more edgy than 6s. So the 6s tend to be more squeaky clean. You know, it's more of, like I said, it's a perfectionistic kind of energy. And he was like that in many ways. But another thing that's interesting is that all of this happened for him, like all of these charges that came against him started happening after he moved out of his 1 pinnacle. Do you notice that? In 1989, he moved into a 7 pinnacle. And that's when things started to go downhill for him. Okay, it wasn't exactly 1989, but it was like in the early 90s, right? When things started to go downhill and some of these charges started to get leveled against him. That kind of thing can happen in a 7 pinnacle, because 7 is all about introspection and it's all about going within. There can be events that happen in your life that force you to go within and reach higher levels of consciousness. Okay, so that could be why some of those things started to happen to him around that time.
Now, those are technical term, pinnacles and all that I don't know a lot about, but I have heard them before because I have had numerology reading, and what she's saying makes perfect sense. He was an earth angel. And as much as it appears weird that a man would have children in his bedroom and all that, we are looking at numbers to prove otherwise. Now, I want to go next to Dick Gregory, who is so outspoken, so knowledgeable. He had some really deep information about everything. So this first video, he's talking to a crowd of people, and he's talking to them about what Michael owned, all the things that Michael owned. And then the second video will explain who Dick Gregory thinks why his life ended when it did end. And I had never really heard this perspective until I was searching till 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, oh, look at that one. That looks interesting. So I listened and I said, wow. Okay. So we're just going to go deep and find new truth. Let's see. Okay, this is where he speaks. Dick Gregory, who was a comedian at one time, he was an educator, philanthropist. Dick Gregory was from Chicago. Dick Gregory had 9 children, too. And just never heard really any scandals about Dick Gregory. So his reputation is pretty clean. And so he's explaining in this one why Michael Jackson was killed. So let's take a listen to this.
Huh? Turn first page, see the A?
So he hands a person a lot of papers.
Can you feel this? See how heavy that is? It's in alphabetical order. Huh? Turn first page, see the A's, then the B's, then the C's? How many pages is that?
22 pages.
This is a 22-page document of all the acts he owned in alphabetical order. And what do the headlines say? Michael owned 50% of Sony. Huh? That old Beatles stuff, that's chump change. What's that headline say?
List of Sony/ATV music publishing artists.
Read the first sentence.
Sony/AT Music Publishing is a music publishing company co-owned by the estate of Michael Jackson and Sony.
Michael owns 50% of all country western music. He owns 63% of Dolly Parton. Huh? He owns 50% of Charlie Pride. He owns 50% of Bob Dylan. Huh? He owned 50%. Moon River, 50% of that song's his. Huh? You see, look, just read them some of the names in it. He owned Babyface. Who is that?
Beyonce Knowles.
Huh? M&M's. Huh? And it goes on and on and on. You see any others that you recognize?
Boys to Men, Bon Jovi, Brenda Lee, Brian Harvey, Brian West, Brick and Lace, Bright Eyes, Brooks and Dunn.
And it goes on and on and on.
So this Earth Angel was busy building an empire and strategizing, right? He was not thinking about little children as far as I'm concerned, other than helping them live a better life is what I understand. So let's go to this next video, and trigger warning, and the language gets kind of rough, but the passion of Dick Gregory comes through often in his videos, and he puts people down really quickly when he thinks they're not smart enough to understand what he's talking about. But what the purpose of showing you this auditory or this speech of Dick Gregory is to explain that there's always a deeper event, profound event, why we don't need to judge people, because we really don't know what the F is going on. And we don't have to know, but just trust that this person has a soul and they have an assignment, and the things that go on are corrupt and wicked most of the time to take people out of here. So listen to what he has to say about what was really going on when Michael Jackson's life ended. So maybe we can stop judging so much, is my hope.
It seems like he needed that fix. That money, it was never enough.
It wasn't money. It wasn't about money. He didn't have no childhood. See, y'all always be trying to talk about shit you don't know. He didn't have a fucking childhood. Huh? All right? He had all the money he wanted, all the fame he wanted. Huh? But he never bounced the ball. Huh? So y'all gonna sit there and talk about somebody you ain't never talked to him. Huh? Michael Jackson. Huh? A child. His mind was a child. Became one of the most powerful human beings in the world. And they killed him. And when they killed him, just simple mathematics. He's getting ready to do the big show in London 50 times. God can't work one city 50 times. What made you think he could? And that childness in him, it never dawned on him. So he's insured. This is your show. So the insurance is on you, not the rest of the people. So they had him insured for $1.5 billion.
Did we hear that? Somebody insured him for $1.5 billion to do that last This Is It show. Sounding a little suspicious there.
So when they killed him, you mean the Lords of London didn't see them holes in his arm? Lords of London, $1.5 billion, and they didn't see these holes? You know? Michael was killed at 2 o'clock in the morning from a laser. What's the police chief? He's not police chief of New York. Bratton? Whatever his name is.
I was thinking Gates, but that's before.
No. And then 4 days later, they go into the house and find this bloody shirt of Michael's. And then understand it's like $450,000 worth of jewelry and cash missing. So white boy said, we got to get rid of you, but we'll ease you out. So then he comes and he works in Virginia, which is called the CIA. And now he's the police chief of New York, a fucking criminal. Gangster. That's what it's about.
Well, I thought it was because of the Sony thing. They wanted I believe there was some.
But that's because you don't have the information.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
I said he.
And that's the point tonight, is we do not have all the information we need to be judging our entertainers when we don't like the stories that the media puts out. We just don't have enough information.
He was killed by a laser. Huh? I just told you it was a bloody shirt and the money. Just public. All you got to do is go look it up. Huh? I didn't come here to find out what you think.
No, I'm just
No, you didn't. You said you thought. I'm not interviewing you. You interviewing me. I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Huh? But you go do it. I respect who you're going to be. So don't sit here and tell me you thought it was the Sony thing. Huh? Okay. What was the Sony thing about? Tell my grandmother.
Well, my understanding was that he was going to get the Beatles catalog.
He already had it. Huh?
Okay.
He bought the Beatles catalog when his people told him don't buy it. He bought it for $48 million. When they killed him, it was worth $2.5 billion. Huh? Huh? Stuff go on in your house I don't know nothing about. There's a persona out there I don't know nothing about. But when we sitting here with respect for one, I don't want to hear what you thought. I saw the check, nigga. Huh? So I got to sit here what you thought. Who cares? Huh? That's all I'm saying.
I understand.
And then what they didn't know when they came out with the will, his 3 children's name was misspelled. Huh?
So
the day he was supposed to have signed it.
So it's a fake will.
It's a fake will. Huh? That's what I'm saying. Okay? That's all. And so if I was over there and they said, well, what role did Sony play? No, you didn't say that. I thought I'm not here because of what you think. Huh?
Okay.
Did Sony have anything? Huh? That's
okay. I'll ask better.
No, you don't have to ask that. I don't care.
No, I'll phrase better with the.
No, I'm saying it's already. You already said it.
Okay.
Huh? And you ain't gonna stop that overnight. And I don't want you to stop it overnight. Huh? There's people listening to me that's cleansed when you said what you said. Huh? Because we know. Huh? I told Michael. I got to his house, man. His father called me and said, Michael need to see you. Michael couldn't go up. His dad and mom couldn't go up to the top floor. Huh? So when they sit there and said, when I carried the food up to him, I saw these little boys. Michael knew. Everybody knew him. No, couldn't nobody go up to the 3rd floor. Huh? So I go and Orange County. Father come back and say, Michael wants you to sit in my seat. I go. So now the trial's over that day. We go home. He holds me, feel like an animal, clawing me. Greg, they're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill you. I know. When the last time he said poison me. When the last time he drank some water. I said, okay, here's the problem we got. I got to slip you out of here today and take you to the hospital. No, they'll kill. Michael, am I smarter than you? Shut up. What we'll do is get a driver and we're going to San Francisco to see a friend. What he didn't know is once we got out the house, when you saw that H for hospital, that's where I was going. I didn't know where. Nobody know we coming. So we go there. 5 o'clock that evening. Michael Jackson. Dehydrated. 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock the next morning, they still putting water in him. The doctor said, thank God for you, because he'd have been dead. That's how dried up he was. Okay? I know him. Huh? I know him. I know what it's about. Not about Sony. He already had it. Already had it. Okay? And so what happened is, when they killed him, the white boys that came in and convinced everybody that Michael had went back with them. Michael had gone back with them. Okay? And so the will said that anybody on this will protested, if you lose, you cut out. That's why Mama, I don't even know where she getting groceries from now. She was cut out after. Now, just go back to the one thing. Lords of London got me insured for $1 billion. That means they give me all kind of checks and they didn't see the holes. Now, here's how clever they are. You and the brother, there's first responders. You get there at 10 o'clock. He's out. You don't know he's dead because the call just come in. So you trying to get a vein. You don't know he's been dead since 2 o'clock. So now they tried everything. Now they go get the different chemicals I can put in. That's where the needle holes came from. Huh? That's how clever they are. The folks that's doing it don't know it. They're just trying to bring them. I got needle in there. Sure, they got needle holes. But that's where they came from. Huh? That's where they came from. Okay? And the old punk doctor, he know nothing about it. When he's on the 911, they said, what's the address? I don't know. You know the address. Huh? This is a game. The most powerful human being on the planet, entertainer. Huh? They say he ain't lost his license. He's still practicing that. It's a game.
So, what does he say? It's a game. It's a big game, and as the comedian said, and we ain't in it. So why are people worshiping and loving and appreciating and judging these entertainers who are playing this game? That's the question we're asking. And there's emotions are so strong about everything when it's a big game. I know that Dick Gregory can be very offensive for some people, but he speaks, I don't think he's lying. I think he speaks the truth. So I hope you got the truth out of this man who knew this soul, and the numbers don't lie. As we said earlier, the numbers don't lie. So we can all tonight go into a new mindset of taking in our breath every day, minding our own business for the most part, and building our peace within. Building the peace within, because we don't know what's going on in these entertainers' lives that are really contributing to their early death, their early transition. But again, it's all in the numbers. It's really in the numbers. Okay, I'm getting a text from Mama AZ. You're so on point. C. Lee, my mom, and A.A. Allen. So many others are helping you. And Mama AZ has come into some information about Michael Jackson's grandmother. I think paternal grandmother, Mama AZ. And that has brought us some enlightenment about ancestors, okay? So we really, in order to get out of judgment of these people who are entertaining us, and the media is bringing in conflict. The media loves to bring in the conflict, and that's what disturbs our peace. But I go looking for truth when that happens. I'm like, I don't believe that. Let me go seeking and finding, and then stuff pops up automatically for me on YouTube. It's like, whoa, where'd that come from? And Mama AZ sends me things and says, oh, that's interesting. So even Mama AZ is in touch with like Michael Jackson's grandmother, who's an ancestor, who these help. This is why we don't have to judge people, because the ancestors are really working a lot these days. The veil is thinner, believe me. The veil is so much thinner that we can really communicate telepathically in big ways right now. If you are doing your breath work, your meditation, and focusing on eliminating the war inside of you, we have the ability to see other people's auras when they're telling us facts that they think are true, but we can discern the truth when we do the work, the daily work of meditation and being in stillness and solitude, turning the TVs off, turning the internet off. We have to go within in meditation to build up these gifts that the numerology expert has and the aura energy reader has from my show on Friday. If you missed the show on Friday, please go back, and I share a message from a professional energy reader who read the energy of this Italian family who claims they were abused, and she said, "Now the energy was dark and untruthful." And then she read the energy of them when they had an interview with Oprah 10 years before, and it was red and colors and truthful. And one other thing about Michael Jackson, some of the readings that I've watched from other intuitive people, his colors are like rainbows around him. Such a precious soul. I am going to defend this soul forever, because I just in my intuition, I know who he was and who he is even now, and I realize that we're not experiencing a regular human energy from the past and the future. We are experiencing, as she said, an earth angel whose energy is now with us big time, because his music is playing more and more. Young people, a new generation is coming to know him, and we are seeing creative energy from a whole new generation using the vibration frequency of Michael Jackson, who was a GOAT, greatest of all time. My sister, Higher Learning, says Dick Gregory knows so much information is unavailable to the general public. Yeah, I was like, whenever I see him on YouTube, I'm like, what's he got to say today about anything? Because he was privy to information that you will never hear in the media, and even some people on YouTube, most people on YouTube don't have a clue. Just point Mike in his direction and let him roll out hidden knowledge. Yes, that's right. She says, oops, point microphone in his direction. Yeah, that man was amazing. I think he lived to be in his 80s, if I'm not mistaken, but just had so much wisdom and knowledge. So we want to, going forward, stop listening to media stories that are bringing more division. Because if we're going to vibrate with Mother Earth that is rising in vibration everywhere, that's what's happening. The Earth's vibration is rising. Things are going to be happening in no time. We're going to see more activity. We need to stop listening to stories and videos that are accusing and judging our entertainers. Even I don't care who they are, whether it's Ye or Beyonce or any of them. Just leave them alone. Work on raising this frequency. And let's see. Higher Learning says, Spirit has never misdirected us, and we know truth when you hear it. Yes. It's like I watched that 60-minute broadcast, and I thought, first for a minute, I was just sad, thinking, is it possible? And the reason why you could think it's possible, because Michael Jackson was abused as a child, and I'm hearing from his sister LaToya and other people that the abuse was more than physical, okay? And that there's a book that was written about him that says his father would take him out of hotel rooms and take him to rooms where there were business executives in the middle of the night, and that he would be handled. I don't, whatever that means. It's a rumor, allegedly. So I could see where his emotions were, again, childish on the level of a child when he was an adult. So if we think about his behavior as an adult, it wasn't normal. but he embodied music like no one else. When you look at Smooth Criminal, not just Thriller, but all his videos had something really special where he became a living, moving musical notes. He became a symphony orchestra. We know the impact he's had on us. So we need to stop the judging and bring in gratitude. And that's the focus of tonight. Focus on improving your own life. Exactly. And how do we do that? Gratitude. We need to end our day with gratitude, begin our day with gratitude. It's one of the highest frequencies you can put out. Just broadcast gratitude. Michael Jackson, we can be so grateful for all the music and energy he has left us, and the pure love that he left us to heal the world. Yes, heal the world. And for all the other entertainers, if they make you smile, if they make you laugh, if they make you dance, don't judge, just express gratitude. I do not listen to every entertainer out there. But when it comes on the radio, if I go through my son's house and he's playing some music, I just kind of bebop through there and move my body and do what I need to do and then get out and come over here and listen to John Coltrane or some other music that I like. But we really, if we want to change the world, if we want to change our communities, if we want to even heal the homeless community, we have to start broadcasting more love, more loving kindness and compassion, and more peace. That's the solution to me for the homeless community. Wherever you live, is we conscious individuals who are doing our breath work every day, doing our breath work, raising our vibration, healing our bodies, healing our past, healing our subconscious wounded memories, healing our wounds. We're not carrying these wounds anymore. We're just like, we got to forgive, and let go. So EFT is one of the tools that I encourage you to use on a daily basis. If you find yourself reacting to life circumstances with anger, bitterness, hate, resentment, or unforgiveness, bring out your EFT app on your phone or just start tapping and remembering that we are letting go of all the low frequency emotions and we are broadcasting a new frequency going forward. New frequency. This whole charge against Michael has just reminded me to use my tapping more and more for any low frequency emotions that come up from this. Whether it was anger or resentment or sadness, I'm letting go of the sadness because I know the lesson in this is to discern truth from lies. Anytime something comes up that bothers you, I don't know if that's true, start tapping and do your homework. That's what we have to do. We do our homework. And Robert says, be the solution. Stop blaming Trump. Tell me about it. TDS is real. TDS is real. We got a whole Facebook every day. I got people posting Trump's picture with negative words, negative thoughts, negative energy. It's not going to help. It's a waste of time. We cannot change the government, but through our own peaceful, loving, compassion energy, we can change the world and the government. But as long as we're at war in here, the government's going to keep doing what they're doing because we are feeding on their drama and they are feeding on our reaction. Even this new pandemic thing, if they're going to feed on your fear, if you keep reacting to the media's drama about it. We are in such a beautiful place in our history, her story. Let's just say her story. Because we are letting go of patriarchal foolishness in our minds, in our thoughts, in our emotions. We are moving forward. And if you see Trump as a problem, you're the problem. You're the problem because we can't change Trump. Nobody's going to be changing him. Trump has an assignment that will be completed whenever the heavens and cosmos say it's going to be completed. And the best thing that we can do to change the world is to heal our own selves, heal our wounds, heal our emotions, and stop reacting to whatever the government's doing. That we can be so grateful in the United States that we don't have bombs dropping on us, that we don't really have any violence around us, so to speak, unless you're in a big urban area and you got people shooting around you. You can still be grateful that they're not bombs. And the only way you're going to change your environment is to change yourself. So stop looking at Trump and all the people around him, the psychopaths, the narcissists around him. And remember that narcissists are everywhere. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. There's a little narcissism in me. I want to control things sometimes more than people want me to control things. And I have to realize that in certain situations, I can't control. Especially, you've heard my family stories about my own grandchildren, and my family situation is I have very little influence and control when their parents have other partners in their life. And they are resisting any more control from me or anybody, teachers. Divorce is so damaging to the whole family if everybody's not on the same vibration and belief. And it's more challenging when you have children who've been through a divorce and the family is not in harmony about everything. So it's a test, though. It's a lesson. So we are in a great place today in our society to discern and live on intuition and not react to the drama that they keep putting out and hoping that we react to it. It's problem, reaction, solution. Is the method of operation usually all the time with governments and higher authority, psyop, psychological operation. They create a problem. Oh, there's a ship out there. It's got some viruses running around. People went to a rat, blah, blah, blah. And now they got off the boat and it's spreading. Problem now is reaction. Oh my goodness, am I going to get the virus? Am I going to be hurt? Am I going to die? And then the solution, Moderna has been working on the solution for a year now. So if you're really, really, really worried about this Hanta thing, Lysol on the can of the Lysol is the hantavirus. It kills all these viruses, including Hanta. So if you're really, really worried and you want to look like an idiot, put a mask on while you're driving and carry Lysol with you. I'm joking, but that's how crazy it would be to react to this at this point. So let's see, we got another Higher Learning says too much attention on the outer when equal time going within is the solution. Self-mastery is a full-time job. You're not kidding. I mean, just from the time I wake up, I realize fly. First, love yourself. Do my joint rolling, do my meditation, do my breathing, do my reading, my meditation reading. And then as soon as I walk out the door, if I go to the store, self-mastery includes helping the cashiers at the grocery store to smile, greeting them in a loving, compassionate way. And that helps me to know I have a job to do to bring a higher vibration wherever I go. Wherever we go, we have a job to do. Let's see, be the solution. Okay, we read that. So thank you, Higher Learning Network. Tune in. It's Sunday night, tomorrow morning. Tune in to Higher Learning TV show at 7 Central, 8 Eastern, and you'll see Zelda's smiling face tomorrow morning. So I think I got all the comments. Again, tonight is all about learning the lessons and not judging, whether it's Beyonce or whatever superstar you're into. If the media brings Rihanna, brings anything in, the lesson is Don't react to people's drama. Don't try and be a superstar for sure. Because once you trying to be a superstar, they got their eyes on you. They got their eyes on you, and they will take you down if they don't like what you're doing. Together, in unity, we can conquer this earth, this world, because we're in unity. Unity is what brings peace. And as often as you're breathing, you're creating more peace, more joy, more love in this temple. And that's what it's really all about. I wanted to do just a few minutes of meditation before we go, so that you're just reminded that this is where we are. We have to practice our deep breathing every day, as often as you can, because you're building your temple. You're building your temple to provide for you. Okay, let's just do the heart torus. You're building your temple to provide for you. You're building your immune system so that you don't have to worry or be in fear. That's the whole point of it. So let's just take a few minutes to breathe in together in unity, practicing. The best defense for any attacks on you spiritually or mentally is to bring on some music and then go to the rhythm of that music, inhaling, hold it for 4 or 5 or 6, whatever you're capable of doing. At this point, you want to hold it to 10, just do it. Breathe in. Put some nice music on every day. Ooh, I like that. And breathe to the rhythm of the music. And when you do that rhythmically, you are in harmony with your organs, your orchestra inside. The kingdom inside keeps up its own rhythm. And when you start a new rhythm like this, your body is happy. Your body is happy. You want to keep a happy body, a happy kingdom, so that you are able to broadcast nothing but love. When your kingdom is acid and unhappy and tired and sad and grieving and uncomfortable and unforgiving, you're going to broadcast the same low frequency. So try and keep the rhythm going. And breathe in and out while you're driving, while you're sitting. Take some time at night when you rest, stretch your body at night before you get in the bed. Just stretch and move the body. Okay, we got a few more comments. Get used to criticism. Use it as a force to reach your chi. Society pressure to be in a relationship even if it's not compatible. LOL. Yeah, Yeah, so take note of all your relationships. First with yourself. How's your relationship with yourself? Are you listening to your body when your body's in pain? Are you slowing down and touching that pain, slapping that pain? Are you slowing down? Your body speaks to you. If you have a headache, are you breathing more? You may just need to get more oxygen in when your headache comes, and more water. My friend Van Dorn showed me a little trick. When you take a bottle and swirl it around, shake it, it creates a spinning vortex inside the bottle, which after it stops, when you drink it, it enhances your organs and your blood and your tissue. So try that. If you have a bottle, just shake it, and watch the vortex spin around and create a more enhanced water elements. Little things like that, and just remember to breathe. So I'm grateful to have been able to share this moment with you all, and I hope you have a beautiful night's rest. Namaste to all my friends out there, and Sat Nam. Aho to all my natives. Love. Ashe, oh. And of course, shalom. Practice loving kindness, compassion, and peace every day. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Write it down and then go out there and do it. Today is going to be my peaceful day, and don't let nobody can mess up your peaceful day but you. When you start out, today is going to be my peaceful day, nobody can mess it up, only you. So keep it real. And Higher Learning says, namaste, my sister. Love you all. Have a great evening, and see you tomorrow morning with some Higher Learning Network chimes and meditation. Shalom.
Anuki madresa mad pushalao. On the bed book mad the cool type of yow. The cook sahapa akan papa r. Penenza put the cook on sa order. Who's to get a limit to order azem pahaka kept katarak. A dirka hen. Tashia was you up with South Kawan. The fear who the Kabali and Kalat Nun. I kick the kaboom to a part to sad. I knew get a horse, look at Papa Garage. I knew I would for Papa Lag. I knew I got but you I could get that. I knew could do the culture destination yet. I knew could do la mother was part of that. I do free Pamarat, the Gabos, and Nupanas, the super do I got the horse. The cook could put it in hot.